Coffee is more than just a drink. It's a lifestyle, a morning ritual, and for some, the lifeblood of their day. But how much do we actually know about the beloved beverage we consume so religiously? In this in-depth video, we'll explore 10 mind-blowing coffee facts that every coffee enthusiast needs to know. These aren't your typical fun facts. They're intriguing, surprising, and might even change the way you think about your morning cup. So grab your favorite brew, settle in, and let's dive into the extraordinary world of coffee. Coffee was discovered by dancing goats. Our journey into coffee's origins begins with a tale as enchanting as the drink itself. Legend has it that coffee was first discovered in the 9th century in Ethiopia. A goat herder named Kaldi noticed something peculiar. His goats were acting unusually energetic after eating red berries from a certain plant. They jumped, danced, and seemed full of life. Intrigued, Kaldi decided to try the berries himself, and he too felt an incredible surge of energy. Kaldi shared his discovery with local monks, who began using the berries to make a drink that kept them awake during long prayers. This discovery spread across the Arabian Peninsula, eventually becoming the coffee culture we know today. So the next time you enjoy your latte, give a nod to those energetic goats that started it all. Coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world. Did you know that coffee is second only to crude oil in global trade value? Coffee isn't just a beverage. It's a massive global industry that touches every corner of the planet. With over 70 coffee-producing countries, including Brazil, Vietnam, and Colombia, coffee supports the livelihoods of millions of farmers and workers. Every year, billions of dollars worth of coffee beans are traded, roasted, and brewed. Its popularity spans cultures, religions, and continents, making it one of the most universally loved beverages. So when you enjoy your cup of joe, you're participating in a worldwide network of growers, traders, and enthusiasts who make it all possible. The world's most expensive coffee comes from animal droppings. Brace yourself for this one. Kopi Luwak, often referred to as civet coffee, is made using coffee cherries that have been eaten and digested by civet cats. The beans are collected from the animal's droppings, cleaned, and roasted to create a rich, unique flavor that's highly sought after. This process may sound unappetizing, but Kopi Luwak is considered a delicacy, with prices ranging from $100 to $600 per pound. While many coffee enthusiasts rave about its smooth taste, the production process has sparked ethical concerns regarding the treatment of civet cats. Whether you're adventurous enough to try it or not, there's no denying the curiosity surrounding this luxury coffee. Coffee could save your life. Coffee isn't just a pick-me-up. It might also be a lifesaver. Numerous studies suggest that moderate coffee consumption is linked to a reduced risk of several serious illnesses, including Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's, and type 2 diabetes. Coffee is packed with antioxidants, which help combat inflammation and protect cells from damage. Research also indicates that coffee drinkers have a lower risk of heart disease, liver damage, and even certain cancers. It's not just the caffeine doing the work. Compounds like chlorogenic acid play a significant role in these health benefits. Of course, like any good thing, moderation is key. Drinking too much coffee can lead to side effects like anxiety and insomnia. But when consumed responsibly, your daily cup of joe might be doing more for your health than you realize. Decaf coffee still has caffeine. If you thought decaf coffee was completely caffeine-free, think again. On average, decaffeinated coffee contains about 2 to 5 milligrams of caffeine per cup, compared to 100 milligrams in regular coffee. While the amount is small, it's enough to give a slight energy boost to those who are especially sensitive to caffeine. The decaffeination process involves soaking coffee beans in water and using solvents or carbon dioxide to extract most of the caffeine. Despite its name, decaf is more accurately described as reduced caffeine coffee. For those looking to avoid caffeine entirely, herbal teas or chicory root coffee might be better alternatives. Coffee was once banned in several countries. Believe it or not, coffee hasn't always been universally loved. In fact, it's been banned multiple times throughout history. In the 16th century, some religious leaders in the Ottoman Empire labeled coffee as satanic because of its stimulating effects. In 1675, King Charles I of England banned coffee houses, fearing they were hubs for political dissent and rebellion. In Sweden, during the 18th century, coffee drinking was so frowned upon that even coffee cups and saucers were confiscated to discourage its consumption. Fortunately, coffee overcame its controversial past and is now celebrated as a cultural icon worldwide. Espresso doesn't contain more caffeine than drip coffee. If you're someone who avoids espresso because you think it's too strong, you might be surprised to learn that espresso contains less caffeine than a standard cup of drip coffee. While espresso is more concentrated, the serving size is much smaller, typically just 1 ounce. A single shot of espresso contains about 63 milligrams of caffeine, whereas an 8-ounce cup of drip coffee can have anywhere from 80 to 120 milligrams. The bold flavor of espresso comes from its brewing process, which uses high pressure to extract maximum flavor in a short amount of time. So if you're watching your caffeine intake, don't fear the espresso. It's not as intense as it seems. Coffee can predict the weather. Here's a fun and quirky fact. Coffee bubbles can supposedly predict the weather. According to traditional folklore, if the bubbles in your freshly brewed coffee move to the center of the cup, it's a sign of fair weather ahead. If they cling to the edges, rain might be on its way. This phenomenon is linked to changes in atmospheric pressure, which can affect how the bubbles behave. While it's not exactly a scientific method, it's a delightful way to add a bit of whimsy to your morning coffee routine. The origin of the term cup of joe. Have you ever wondered why coffee is often called a cup of joe? There are a few theories behind the nickname, but one of the most popular traces it back to Josephus Daniels, As, Navy Admiral. In 1914, Daniels banned alcohol on naval ships, making coffee the strongest beverage sailors could drink. Over time, coffee became affectionately known as a cup of joe. Another theory suggests the term is simply American slang for an everyday, accessible drink, just like the name Joe is common and relatable. Whatever its origin, the term has become an enduring part of coffee culture. The world's largest cup of coffee was over 22,000 liters. Colombia, one of the world's leading coffee producers, holds the record for the largest cup of coffee ever brewed. In 2019, the country created a 22,739-liter cup of coffee, enough to serve thousands of people. This massive event was organized to celebrate Colombia's coffee heritage and showcase the country's commitment to producing some of the world's finest beans. It's a testament to how deeply coffee is ingrained in cultures around the world, bringing people together in extraordinary ways. Coffee is more than just a drink. Coffee is a beverage, a culture, a science, and a story all rolled into one. From its legendary discovery by dancing goats to its role as a global economic powerhouse, coffee is endlessly fascinating. It has shaped societies, inspired revolutions, and brought joy to billions of people every day. Which of these surprising coffee facts amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're as obsessed with coffee as we are, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. There's so much more to explore in the world of coffee, so stay tuned for future videos. Until next time, enjoy your brew and keep sipping on the stories that make coffee so magical. Cheers.